So I was just playing with settings. Here's the settings right here. 9:30 to 2 o'clock. Looking at 46 ticks, a 10 tick stop loss. Scalping. It's actually pretty good. I'm going month to month on a deep back test. And let's look at January real quick. I don't think January was very decent, but let's see. Oh, yeah, that was decent. So 37,000, 1,900 max draw. Now let's look at the cumulative profit and see what our actual balance would be. It's a shaky start of the month, and then it starts to get some traction. I don't think this is still on the second. I don't think you would have been at risk with any accounts here. We're still on the second. It does take 1,800 trades for the month. So yeah, it doesn't. There's no way because the losses are 50 to $100. There's no way you're gonna risk your account. So January, that was good. I mean, we'll scroll all the way through it, but there's no way you're going on a 200 loss streak. Yeah, so it's good. It's all the way up to 37,000 for the month. Here's the performance summary for January. Here, the gross profit was 19, gross loss was 82,000. So a lot of these, I don't know if it's worth it or not because you're gonna end up losing out on some of the winners. But the run ups are almost to the TPs. See this 198, here's 78. So I mean, if you were doing break evens, you're gonna cut out some of these losses, or even a trail using like Ninja Trader's trail. You're gonna cut out some of these losses, but you'll also cut out some of the wins. So really, it's really a personal choice there. But let's look at some other months here. Let's look at December. Now, I don't trade December with algos because it's just bad. It's a bad time. We'll try December 1st, 2024 to December 31st. Let's see what this says. All right. So, well, December was good, which is insane because it's really hard to trade anything in December, especially algos. But this one actually pulled out some profits, 20,000. And this is just one contract. So you could multi-prop this against 10 firms, and that would be 200 grand, for the month. So just this is just one contract trades. Now let's look at the list of trades real quick and see if we ever get at risk of like blowing an account or anything like that. And no, not yet. So let's see. Keep going. Cumulative profit is what I'm looking at. Um, and no, we're still good, and we're on the third now. Yeah, it's 3,000. The losses are so small. You'd have to be on a huge win streak to or loss streak to do anything crazy to $2,000 or $3,000. So and it just keeps going and going and going and going and going and going. Okay, let's look at the performance summary. Okay, so we end up winning 93,000, but we lose 73. Our max run up is 2737. So again, you can a lot of these losses, there's a run up, so we can get a break even in there if we really wanted to, using automated ATMs or Ninja Trader, right? But is it worth it? Because how many? I don't, you don't. You're not going to know unless you do it. Like how many you can go through every single trade and go, okay, if I went break even on this trade, would I have gotten to the TP? Right? Because if you go break even, you risk the chance of being wicked out, which is going to happen more than not. So is it worth it? I don't think it is. I think the profit factor is positive and you're going to make money. That's what I think. So let's go to November here, November 1st to the 30th. I'm really starting to like this setting here. Um, get a little tweak it some more, but it's looking pretty good. Even with 30% win rate, which is typical of a algo that's running a lot of trades. Um, as long as this profit factor is positive, you're gonna be profitable. So here's another $22,000 net profit. Again, with 10 accounts, it's $220,000. So it's not a with 10 profit firms, it's not nothing to look at and just go ugh. And this is automated. You just leave it running on a VPS. But so we start the month just strong and we just get straight into profit. We don't dip any to any red, and we're on our way. And all of these losses, most of them have run ups. So it's really up to you what you're going to do if you want to break even or even just run a trail. Our take profit is only 46 ticks. So running a trail would actually, um, might actually be the answer to get rid of a lot of these little losses. Um, and they would add up. They would start to add up, I guess. We could try that. Let's look at the performance summary for November. And our gross was 90. We lost 67. So our net was 22.9. That's pretty good. $22,000 for the month on one contract. Automated is pretty damn good. This max drawdown, it's kind of scary looking, but it never really, it's not, the way they calculate it, that's not what it is. You're not all of a sudden $2,700 in drawdown. It doesn't work like that. If you look at the cumulative profit here, you never dipped enough to actually hurt an account. If you're really worried about it, just use static accounts. Start with micros, build a buffer, and then switch to a mini and use a static account where the drawdown never increases. That's another way to do it. Now, let's go to October here on this setting here. And we will try out October did 50% almost. Is a really nice month. Look at that drawdown. So October was $49,000. So if you were multi-propping 10 accounts, that's $500,000 just for October. Let's look at the list of trades. And 10 accounts is actually the lower limit. Most people are doing 30 or 40 accounts. So we start out right out the gate in profit on the first or the fourth. Okay. And it just increases, and we're doing really well. It's not really losing a lot of trades. And they're all running up. Again, you could run a trailing stop and capture most of this run up right here. This one only runs up 350, so this would probably end up being a little lost, but it is what it is. You're going to lose trades, especially when you're automating them like this. The cumulative profit is good, so let's keep going. Make sure it doesn't actually dip some crazy dip, and it doesn't look like it's gonna. So there's 10, 13, 14, 20. Yeah, you're not gonna go into account losing right there. So we grossed 68, we lost 19, and we netted 49, which is really freaking good. October was a good month. So let's look at September on these settings. Again, the settings are right here. 9:30 to 2, 10, 5. We're doing 45-minute trend confluence, 46 take profit, 10 tick stop loss, and we're using one contract. And it has the commissions put in for $1.50 per contract. So it's calculating commissions. So these are pretty close to the real numbers that you're gonna would have gotten. So what are we looking at? This is October. We're going to September, right? We're going to September. So let's check out September here. I'm actually thinking about running these settings. They look really good. I don't have a complaint in the world. Now, shit, September was a good month too. Almost a 50% win rate with a 3.5 profit factor. So what if you're watching and you don't know what this means? this means you gain $3.50 for every dollar you lose. That's basically what that means. So if this is over one, you're profitable. You're making money no matter what. It's the same way casino. It's how casinos make money, is by profit factor. So let's look at the list of trades and make sure we don't have anything crazy where you would have blown an account. And nope, we're not getting any dips. And we're still positive in the cumulative profits. And it's pushing, 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 and it's still going. Okay, I'm convinced that it doesn't have any problems. Net profit was 40,000, gross 56, loss 15. That is really good. Max drawdown 432. That's just like unheard of. And this is using minis, not micros. This is a mini chart. Look at that. Minis. Um, Crazy. All right, so let's go to August. Let's check out August. Again, another 50% month. Wow. 4.1 profit factor. That's really good. 43,000 net profit. Let's look at the start of the month to make sure we don't go any crazy dips. No, cumulative profit is good. Making money, making money, making money, making money. Good, 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 good. And we can really tell by this right here. If you see any red in here, that's telling you that you dipped below. So that's what this chart's for. But just for purposes, I'm looking at the list, just to content, I guess. So, anyways, gross profit 57, gross loss 13, which brings us to $43,995. If you're multi-propping 10 accounts plus, you're already like a multi-millionaire for 2024. And 10, like just 10 50K accounts from Apex is like what, like $400. So your capital in is $400 for the prop firm, and then $500, even $1,000, whatever. Your capital in $1,000, and you've got a system that's printing anywhere from 10 to 50 grand a month. It's well, all right. Sign me up, Scotty. So or beam me up, whatever the fuck it is. Here we go. So July. Let's check July 2024. 27,000, 40, almost 50% again. Wow. Okay. I was using the First Light Beacon system back then. Obviously, it was still kind of in its infancy stages, but it wasn't automated yet. The automation of it is new, and I wish that I would have pushed myself to automate this thing a lot sooner, because this is retarded. So look at cumulative profit. We're starting out right out the gate. We're in profit. We never hit any red on the cumulative profit, so we're gaining every day almost. So we have some lost days, but it's a gain pretty much. It just keeps going and going and going and going and going. And if you were using risk-based entrances, like percentage-based risks, it would you would be making even more money. So what are we doing? Oh yeah, performance 37.6. Wow, 10,000 brings us to 27,659 profit. That is freaking really good, man. This is actually starting to about to set the alerts up for myself and let these settings run for my all day setting. Our 9:30 breakout setting, I've already went through that, but this is wow. So June was another good month. So at this point, like we've already gone to 40,000 plus like 5 months last year with 10 accounts. That's 400. We'll just say 40,000. So just 4 months of 40,000 with 10 is 400,000 times four. Oh, like do the math. I mean, it's wow. I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have pushed myself to build this damn thing faster. Except now it's been completed in January, 6 months later. The cumulative profit just keeps climbing. We're not getting any risk of losing anything. any accounts or anything like that. So let's get the performance summary: 65,000 gross, 18 loss, 46,000 commissions paid was 1812. It's not a bad month. It's pretty damn good. Um, and if you're watching this and you're new to all of this, if you want to get into trading and use algos like this one is available, and you could just go to our website breakouthunter.com and click on free trial, and we will help you set up everything you need. You'll need a couple more things to get it going, but once you have it going, it's going. So May is looking really good. Like, this thing is actually performing really well. I'm actually impressed. Start out with some losses in May, and then it breaks into the green, and it looks like it stays there. Nope, comes back down to red again on the same day. It's on the first, and then we're back into the green on the same day. So let's keep scrolling and find out. Let's go in. This doesn't. I don't think this qualifies as a micro or hyper, mic or whatever they call it, micro scalping, real quick scalps, because it's not. It's actually taking profit at 46 ticks. So what is that? 20, 22 or 23 points. Um, most of the prop firm rules are 15 seconds or and like look at this trade lasted 3 minutes. So 15 seconds or like 5 points or more or something like that. I don't know. Most of them have some little rule, but like look at this. This one lasted 8 minutes. So the they're not micro scalps. They're just taking every possibility of a setup that they can find. And that is really good for May. Look at that right there. Performance summary: 58, 7, 19,000 lost, 39,000 net. All right, let's check out April. Like the year is already profitable. There's nothing that can happen from January to April that's going to stop what happened after. It's this year. You're in the tons of money right now. So let's see, 46,000 with three. I'm convinced myself I'm going to be using these settings. So again, we start out red. We come back. We go red. We come back. Is that the same day? Yes. Okay. Um, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're cumulative profit. It's doing its thing. Um, yeah, I'm liking it a lot. 61,000 in gross, 14 gross loss. So it brings us to a net of 46,000 in profit for April. I'm just going to go through all the rest of these months real quick, see what we got. Holy crap. Okay. All right. Let's check out February. Another really good month. Started out in the red right away, but came back. And it's good from there. Performance. Yep. Okay. January 1st to 31st. Started right out green and stayed green the whole month. 64, 19, 44,000. Holy crap, boy. If you want to get a hold of this thing, go to breakouthunter.com and click on free trial. and you will be